Alright everybody, we are back with what should be the finale for God of War 1 here. We have probably 2 or 3 chapters left. The next one we're heading into is actually the Path of Hades, which I think does have more traps for us, even though we're now done with all of the architect trials and stuff like that. So we're not quite out of the woods yet in terms of those things, but yeah, like I just mentioned, story-wise, we finished all the architect's devices and traps and puzzles and stuff like that, so we made it through. We had a couple of close calls with some of the enemies where we almost died, which in a lot of the games we've been playing for God of War, we never really got killed during combat. A lot of our deaths have been fall-related, which we did die twice from falling in the previous part. It's kind of just something that can happen normally with these games sometimes. Platforming can be kind of tricky, especially with the camera switches and depth perception of some of the areas. But yeah, they're definitely ramping up the difficulty with the enemies. It's been a long time since I played this game, so some things are coming back to me as I enter areas and stuff like that. Yeah, that's technically where we are. Just a rehash, we're not labeling any additional chests anymore because we already have all of our upgrades. Same with the previous part. I can't tell which ones are extra chests in this one because I can't find a list that clearly labels them, so I'll be picking up a lot of the extra red orb chests, but they're not going to just be labeled as extra because they were clearly labeled on 2 other guides I found for the previous 2 games, but just not this one. It is what it is, but I think we're ready to continue now. So let's keep heading up into this temple. Can't wait to see what we have ahead of us again. God of War games do love this camera angle. Can't I just jump down? No, they have an invisible wall. So yeah, as you can see, it's not exactly going to be straightforward. Might want to get rid of these archers. It's all explosive stuff. God damn it. These explosive arrows keep stunning me. They actually just respawning archers on all of it? Alright, I forgot that if you stay on these areas for too long, flames spew out and almost instant kill you because of how much damage they do. So we gotta actually just kind of stand in between here. Otherwise the fire will just kill us right away. The Hades spirit things actually come in clutch at this part. Or the Army of Hades, I guess is what it's called. Especially with these harpies and their aerial attack. Yeah, I completely forgot about the flame spewers. There's actually another. Yeah, there's another one. Alright, there we go. They're dead. Okay, you can kind of see them on the walls. Actually, what did that say? I skipped it too fast. An image of the future. Yeah, I imagine the devs had an idea of where they were taking the story the whole time. It almost seemed like they did. Other than with 2018 and onward. I don't know if 2018 and onward was always the plan. It's gonna be this easy.
Kratos, your quest is at an end. You are the first mortal to ever reach Pandora's box. There is still time to save Athens. You must bring the box back to my city and use it to kill Ares. Return to Athens, Kratos. Return and save my city.
Am I sliding it?
You must bring Pandora's box back to Athens, Kratos. You cannot defeat Ares without it.
Alright. Let's just slowly bring this box out. Like I said, I don't think it's this simple. We should have a whole other thing that happens to us that I'm right. Actually, it's coming back to me now. That grave digger dude that we met a few parts ago.
After 1,000 years, Pandora's box was at last freed of its confines. Kratos had found the means to destroy the god of war. Far away in Athens, Ares knew Kratos had succeeded in his quest.
So, little Spartan, you've recovered Zeus's precious box, but you will not live long enough to see it opened. I will see to that. Goodbye, Spartan. You will rot in the depths of Hades for all eternity.
As the life began to leave Kratos, his thoughts returned to that fateful night. Even in death, the memories, the visions would not fade. For how could he forget spilling the blood of his own family? A cruel trick orchestrated by the god of war.
My wife, my child, how? They were left in Sparta.
You are becoming all I'd hoped you'd be, Kratos. Now, with your wife and child dead, nothing will hold you back. You'll become even stronger. You will become death itself.
But as the flames consumed the temple, Kratos realized his true enemy was the god who once saved his life. The same god who had now taken everything from him.
Ares!
From this night forward, the mark of your terrible deed will be visible to all. The ashes of your wife and child will remain fastened to your skin, never to be removed.
And with that curse, all would know him for the beast he had become. His skin white with the ash of his dead family. The ghost of Sparta had been born. In the end, in death, he had failed. As the minions of Ares claimed Pandora's box, Kratos' life faded, and his cursed soul was cast into the fires of Hades. And Kratos fell into the underworld, the river Styx beckoning below, the currents strong enough to carry even the strongest mortal to his eternal resting place. But Kratos had no intention of resting yet. He intended to live, to return to Earth and complete his quest.
Let go, fool! You won't drag me down to that cursed river!
There is a task left for me above. I will see it completed.
You again?
He's fighting his own death, but there's our good friend the ship captain again. Let's refill our stuff here. But yeah, this is the level that I thought was in this game still. Yet again, we're in the realm of Hades, just like in Chains of Olympus. I remember this part can actually be kind of a pain in the ass. Well, I guess we can get that red orb chest really quick. We might have another one over here somewhere. Yeah, it's right here. Alright, this is definitely not going to get us up there. No! There we go. It's always the falls. Trying to grab them might actually bait them into an instant parry. Get rid of them. Thought I still had my lightning power equipped. The army of Hades is actually really strong, though, when you fully upgrade it. Oh, this is the part. I remember this being a huge pain in the ass. Because you kind of want to keep jumping. You have a pretty long balance beam area. Actually, how many red orbs are we at? Because we needed 1650 for this, so we almost have enough. Yeah, basically double jumping is our way to go here. Just trying to stick to the poles as much as possible. Maybe go this way. This one's spinning kind of fast. Never mind. Looks like it's slowing down a little. Oh, it's going in reverse. Alright, the red chests here seem to be worth quite a bit. I'm gonna let the camera shift fully before I even commit. So we gotta go up now. Die. Oh, they shoot 3 arrows down here? Well, how is that still... How big is the explosion radius on their thing? If we go this way, we can get another red orb chest. That was trying to be tricky. I'm not even gonna fight these guys. We lose out on some red orbs when we do that, but it's kind of worth it. Now we gotta backtrack. These red orbs might not be worth it for some people. Ooh, that blade almost took me out. I might actually want to get these to slow down a little bit. Alright, no archers to deal with. It actually doesn't matter if we're walking on them, they'll just slow down. I don't like this angle. These guys just stay dead. I don't really need them chasing me on the trap. Hopefully that's all of them. We are almost out of here. What are we doing here? Alright. Now we just gotta, I think, go downward here. Can't tell what these blades necessarily are. Okay. How many do they have to keep spawning for this? This is a little excessive. If we don't kill them now, I think they can actually follow me. No! It's right at the finish line. Alright, our checkpoint was right here, but yeah, I don't know what happened. I got like clipped into the side and I couldn't walk forward anymore. I'm also wondering where our window is. There we go. I think there might actually be a trophy to make it through this area without dying, which of course we failed right at the end, but I don't actually remember. We need some magic. I think we got all the red orb chests, which means we can level this up. Now if we press circle rapid, oh, we can actually get the next upgrade. There we go, that's at max. This actually requires 3,000 for the first upgrade. This is 750. I still don't think we're gonna make it. Well, now we got this to deal with. I see a bunch of archers up ahead. Oh my god, how much health do these archers have? We're not gonna have enough magic to kill all of them. That's gonna make this a lot of fun. Oh, and there's more. Alright, I'm just gonna get rid of him then. Jeez, that charge shot is insane. Of course, there's another one. Of course, this is one of those damaged spongy ones, just all hellified. Oh, great! Now there's one. There's two of them up there waiting for us. I was just seeing what was up on this side. Cue that up at the right time. We can get our health from here and then open the chest for some magic. Why is there another one? This is very excessive. Jesus, come on, game. This is overkill. The one downside to this game, they go a little overboard with the enemy spawns near the end. It's always the most damaged spongy ones that just keep spawning like crazy. Let's get rid of him really quick. Watch there be another one. I guess we can get some extra health. This should be the last one. At least it gives us enough to just fill the magic now with the chest. Granted, we could have just went up the left side and avoided them. 'Cause that's really all we came up here for. Oh great, there's another Minotaur over here. That almost launched me. Alright, that actually came in clutch right there. Let's see what this does. That's pretty sick. I forgot that it had all the lightning everywhere like that. You know, we actually might have had to fight all of them. We do have one of those demon gates in front of us. Wow, those arrows actually still ended up pushing me off. Grab him, please. This actually could be the one that requires you not to take damage. for the trophy. I probably will end up taking damage. Because of that. I remembered that the main reason why it was so annoying was because even if your tip of your finger just slightly touches a blade, it hits you instantly. This part is not fun. I am very limited as to what I can do there. Alright, I think this is where we got hit before. There we go. I just need to line it up. I am stuck into the wall here. Alright. Basically, we wouldn't have got the touch. Well, we got a trophy for getting up there anyways. I don't know if that's the same one that I was thinking of. Yeah, that pillar's not fun. I think there's actually another pillar, if I'm being honest. Yeah, literally right here. Oh my god, these guys are so annoying. Basically block me from attacking another one of them. That's not a good one. Oh, come on. Alright, we're back here. I've actually almost made it to the top twice now, but I get, like, barely nicked right at the top, and it just sends me all the way back down, which is why we're halfway dead. The last time I tried to climb it, though, I got forced into a blade because most of my body was on a pillar going the other way, like this, but it was still sending me left, so it just pushed me right into a blade. Make it up from that. I would jump up, but usually when I do that, it puts me in a really bad position. This pillar's just way too big. See, this is where I got screwed last time. So even though I got most of the way up that one pillar, it was still pushing me in the other direction. Alright, there we go, finally. Alright. Got a save in. Anything tucked away back here? More of these. I think we do have another red orb chest somewhere up here. Yeah, it's right here. Yeah, I do remember this part. I actually, when we were playing Chains of Olympus, I thought that this part was in that because I knew we went to the Realm of Hades, but it is actually in this one. Friend actually saved him there. Good thing I parried his attack so he can just follow up with an instant stab on me. Oh, there's one of our platforms. They're attacking perfectly between my parry frames. Should probably start using magic on them. Okay, I'm trying, but they're hitting me out of it. Okay, I think that's the first time I've ever seen them do that combo. That was never ending. He actually survived that. Parry one just to get hit out of it by the other. That'll take care of him, though. Sounds like there's still another one. Alright, there we go. There's our platforms. Can I actually make it to these from this? Alright, just enough. Watch these just all of a sudden be timed. I'm actually surprised they're not. But they are going to be a dick and do that. I'm going to have to take that one. Never ends. They really don't want me getting out of here, even though Hades gave me a gift. It's not letting me leave. Yep, we'll be meeting an old friend of ours. Unless I can't grab the rope. There we go. I wonder if these are supposed to be all the people from the war currently in Athens right now. Because it's just constantly raining dead bodies. But yeah, this part is a pain in the ass. Mainly that final pillar that you have to climb. Everything else is alright, but that pillar sucks.
Ah, Kratos. And not a moment too soon. I only finished digging just a moment ago.
Who are you?
Now that is an interesting question. But for now, you must hurry. Athens needs you.
But how did you know I would?
Athena isn't the only god keeping watch on you, Spartan. Complete your task, Kratos, and the gods will forgive your sins.
Yeah, I made a guess as to who that was originally, and I think I'm still correct about that, if I vaguely remember. You have actually 21 red orbs right now. Well, 21, whatever that actually means. We should actually be able to upgrade Medusa's head. So there's that. 7,500 for the next one. I don't think we're going to be able to hit that. Alright, we're technically in the final chapter, pretty much, before the Ares battle. This place looks a lot different from the last time we were in here. Wow, it's crazy how much faster these guys die compared to the other Cyclopses. I don't know why I pressed triangle there. God damn it. Oh, I didn't even know there was another one. I'm so used to the 3 from the other Cyclopses we were battling, I forgot there was a 4. Get rid of them really quickly. That was one of the old statues we moved to block the harpies. I actually might want to kill her with a grab for some magic. In case we don't run into any chests. Using a stun lock thing. I really wish the lightning bolt would actually take out their arrows mid-air. If I just get the health. I wonder if the Oracle is still here. I think she actually is. Still an animation there. We don't need help from them right now. This whole entire courtyard's been completely destroyed. Are we heading down? I guess so. Wonder if any of these chests that are hidden in the walls comes back. No, they're not even there anymore. Oh, I actually just saw a glimpse of the Oracle.
Kratos, return, but too late. Ares has taken Athens. There is no more hope. No hope.
She looks fine. She's still breathing. How many red orbs are they gonna throw? They're actually throwing quite a bit at us. Probably just push us a little bit. That gives me 6. Still not enough for the 3rd Gorgon eye, or Gorgon head, I guess. Medusa's head. These are our last 2 chests in the game, I believe, so... Not enough to get all the upgrades in one playthrough, even if you manage to get every red orb chest in the game. There might have been one that we missed in the Desert of Lost Souls. I actually found like an overhead map of it, and I didn't see one anywhere to the east that this guide suggests that was labeled. So I actually think we did get all of the extra red orb chests, but oh well, we got close to almost all the upgrades.
Kratos had traversed the Desert of Lost Souls, bested the deadly traps of Pandora's temple, and escaped Hades itself. There was but one task left.
Zeus! Do you see now what your son can do? You cast your favor on Athena, but her city lies in ruins before me. And now, even Pandora's box is mine! Would you have me use it against Olympus itself? Kratos, returned even from the underworld. Is this the best you can do, father? You send a broken mortal to defeat me, the god of war?
After thousands of years, Pandora's box was finally opened. The power of the gods unleashed.
You are still just a mortal. Every bit as weak as the day you begged me to save your life.
I am not the same man you found that day. The monster you've created has returned to kill you.
You have no idea what a true monster is, Kratos. Your final lesson is at hand. Prepare to join your
Alright, here we go.
Spartan.
Battling Ares. I don't even know if we can actually parry that. I did parry that, but you can see Athens in the background. Did save up a lot of Spartan rage.
Is that the best you can do?
Might as well use it.
You are no warrior.
Let's have Hades' army attack them.
And embrace your death.
Wow, can you give me a second to actually start tapping Circle Game? Right when the prompt showed up, it was already over. Damn, dude. The quick time events on this are going to be pretty brutal. It's just like the Cyclops one where I literally have to have my finger on the button already pressing it in order to succeed. They actually did tune those down quite a bit then in the other games.
Advance and embrace your death, mortal.
No, come on, I was still hitting circle.
Test
the rage of the gods drive your blades, Kratos.
Flesh that burns, bones that break. But to break a man's spirit is to truly destroy him. Do you recognize this place, Spartan? The location of your greatest failure? Perhaps there is a chance you can undo the deeds of the past.
The nightmares that had haunted Kratos for the past 10 years had now taken form and substance. His past stood before him.
Kratos! What's happening? Where are we?
By the gods, can this be real?
There is nothing you can put in my way to stop me. I will save my family.
Will we though? This isn't real. Alright, this is just if we want to re-heal. You guys get the hell off of me. It's so hard to determine when to parry when there's so many different attacks flying at you all at once. When I keep getting stun locked. This is overkill. They want me to probably zap the one, but I'm not gonna be able to get to him in time. Jesus, get the hell off. I want to save my Spartan raid because I don't know if there's still another boss segment. Well, it doesn't even matter if I use the Zeus thing on that guy, he's gonna miss. It does not track very well on him. I'm gonna end up killing myself. That actually might have to happen, I'm not sure. Okay, I am actually stun locked now.
Couldn't stop them. They were too strong.
Alright, I guess that was not supposed to happen. I'm not really sure how close I am to where I was. You might actually have to use Spartan Rage at this part, because this is just a little excessive with the amount of enemies they throw at you. Especially the one that keeps throwing the lightning. That one's a little ridiculous. God, they're just hitting the hell out of her right now. Oh, they have the blade of... Okay, shit. There'd be no way. Might be getting near the end of them here. They don't seem to be spawning as frequently.
Kratos had done the impossible. He had saved his family.
Kratos, please take us home.
Do you see, God of War? You took them once, but you'll never have them again.
You cannot save them, Kratos. You gave them up in your quest for ultimate power. There is a price to pay for everything you gain.
Not that price. I didn't want them to die.
No price is too high for what I offered. And you rejected me. A god! Now, you will have no power, no magic. All that is left for you is death!
Oh, not again.
You should have joined me, Kratos. You should have been stronger.
By the gods.
The battle was not over. The gods, it seemed, had a final gift for Kratos.
I still have allies in Olympus, Ares. Now, you will see how strong I am.
Alright, now the sword fighting section. I remember this can actually be kind of annoying. Some of his attacks I remember being like undefensible. It's going okay right now. Almost kill him. I don't know if I should stand by him right now.
You test my patience, Spartan!
That's the one I remember getting really annoying. It's very hard to avoid that. Oh, I thought it was going to go into the quick time event again. Okay. Might as well have just given him his health back there. I don't think I was going to be able to avoid that. That's an easy way to get him all of his health back.
Pathetic. I will show you what real power is.
Now we're back to square one. Actually, he's doing better than in square one of the fight. We were even in health. He went from 0.01 health back all the way up to almost full health with all of that combo shit he pulled at the end. Basically, would just have to stay away from him, I guess, but then I'm not doing any damage. Because I don't think you can block that little hand flare he does on you. close again, but he might be able to come back.
Remember, Kratos, it was I who saved you in your time of greatest need.
I haven't forgotten, Ares. I remember how you saved me.
That night, I was trying to make you a great warrior.
You succeeded.
Kratos had done the impossible. A mortal defeating a god. Ares was no more. The city had been saved and would thrive again. The same could not be said for Kratos, for as he sought to rebuild his soul with the help of the gods, the truth was revealed to him.
Athena, rid me of the memories that haunt me still.
You have done well, Kratos. Though we mourn the death of our brother, the gods are indebted to you. We promised your sins would be forgiven, and so they are. But we never promised to take away your nightmares. No man, no god could ever forget the terrible deeds you have done.
In the end, knowing the visions of his past would never leave him, Kratos made his way to the bluffs overlooking the Aegean Sea.
The gods of Olympus have abandoned me. Now there is no hope.
And Kratos cast himself from the highest mountain in all of Greece. After 10 years of suffering, 10 years of endless nightmares, it would finally come to an end. Death would be his escape from madness. The fate of Kratos was not as it seemed. The gods had other plans. Borne aloft like a feather, Kratos found himself risen from the sea and placed on solid earth.
You will not die this day, Kratos. The gods cannot allow one who has performed such service to perish by his own hand. Ares' tactics were brutal. His path of destruction had to be stopped. But now there is an empty throne in Olympus, and a new god of war is needed. Take these stairs, Kratos. They lead to your ultimate reward.
Oh, we've got Athena's blades now. We defeated Ares. But yeah, I remember that sword fighting section. It kind of depends what Ares does, because you can resort to some Shao Kahn tactics, like MK3 arcade Shao Kahn tactics on you if he wants to. But it went pretty well for us on that run. What if we just decide to jump off again? You can see the bloody blade in the background. I also like how it says you saved Athens, and all it shows is just a completely demolished city. It's like, yep, definitely saved it.
Your battles are at an end, Kratos. Your journey is over. Take these steps to Olympus, and your place among the gods.
But it's time for Kratos to become the god of war. You can see Athena's blades are gold. Actually, can we look at our stuff? We do have 17k orbs. Let's just see what else we can all get here really quick. There's that. That should fully upgrade it. Now, I wonder if we actually can. 750 is only the first upgrade. The last one might not actually be that much. Stronger attack. 35. Actually, okay, they do give you enough to fully level up. There we go, seeing red. So if you do collect every red orb in the game and open up the Muse Key room, you'll be left with around 6k, 5 to 6k probably. So they do actually give you enough. So that worked out perfectly. Granted, we don't have any real need of the upgrades anymore, but at least you're able to do it. This is one very polished temple. There's a Trophy of Ares already, and the Minotaur. Either way, let's make a save here, just in case. I forgot how New Game Plus worked in this one. We might need a save in the throne room. There's that. Well, we technically broke free from him in Ascension, but he was just still alive. Oh yeah, I just noticed the Hydra is built behind the throne.
And from that point forward, throughout the rest of time, whenever men rode forth to battle for good cause or for evil, they did so under the watchful eye of the man who had defeated a god. They were driven forward by Kratos, the mortal who had become the new god of war.
Oh, here's our... Okay, it does let us save again. I was just reading it really quick. We unlocked the final difficulty and stuff. But, there we go. Now we're in the end credits. Very fun game. It actually does have a lot of difficulty spikes throughout the end sections of the game, though. The enemies start hitting really, really hard. To where you just lose a ton of health really fast. They kind of hit harder in Chains of Olympus as well, but it seems like your damage remains more consistent with the final upgrades that you get in the game, whereas in this one it seems to scale to the final upgrades, so it doesn't really feel like you get any stronger until you fight the weaker enemies again, then you feel it. But yeah, it's still a very fun game. That last boss fight, I remember, could be a pain in the ass. It depends what Ares does, like I was saying. He can sometimes catch you in the whole flare hand, like instant stab attack from his back weapons, and he can just keep repeatedly doing that to get all of his health back if he feels like it. We got a little lucky on ours because he didn't keep spamming that. You kind of just want to keep avoiding him if he is stuck in that loop, but you need to attack him in order to succeed, so running away from him isn't going to get you anywhere either. It is what it is. It's still a pretty awesome fight, especially the first segment of it. The one where you're fighting all of yourself to save your family, though, that part is kind of brutal. You need to really be careful as to when you spend your magic. You're better off just using your Rage of Sparta if you do have it, because you won't be able to use it after that. So I was going to save it in case we could use it in the final segment of the fight, but it didn't matter. I'm glad we ended up using it on the second attempt, because they did die the first time around. I'm going to keep the failure scene in there, because that was actually kind of interesting. I forgot it even had that. But there we go. God of War 1 2005 is done. So up next, I'm pretty sure we have Ghosts of Sparta, which is the other PSP one, similar to Chains of Olympus, and then we'll head into God of War 2. Then it's just 3, 2018, and Ragnarok. So we still have a bit of a journey to go with Kratos still a lot of battles ahead of us. So I'm excited to play Ragnarok. As I said in the other games, that's the only God of War game I've never played. When we play 2018, we'll probably just New Game Plus it. I'm gonna have to get used to that game again. I wish there was transmog on that game, because I would keep Kratos in his default appearance, but the default armor does not scale very well to a lot of the mid to late game. It's kind of really, especially during the Valkyrie fights, you basically just can't get hit. Some people are probably able to do that. I would eventually take some damage. But yeah, I'm excited to replay that though still. It was a very good story. But yeah, it's funny because this is our third game, but it's like our journey just started, because this is technically the first one that ever came out. But I'm excited to continue. I remember God of War 2 being very fun. I think they scale back a little bit on some of the aggressiveness of the late game of this one, especially with a lot of the platforming stuff, because that's another part. The platforming in the Hades realm can be a little tricky. I only really struggle with that final pillar, because there's very specific spots you have to climb. But other than that, very fun game. I guess we'll see if there's any post-credit scene. No, okay, it just seamlessly goes into the rest of the credits. There still might be something in the credits. I guess I'll find out. But, as always, thanks everyone who joined me on this one. Very fun game to revisit, despite some of the later game that can be kind of a pain. And thanks to anyone who watches this as it goes up, or after it goes live. And I'll see you in Ghost of Sparta Part 1.